I was diagnosed over 10 years ago with systemic lupus and RA, and I've been a really active person. But 2 years ago, I gave up my business, my health deteriorated, and I got an aha moment in this book on page 51. I never realized that I had unconsciously clinged to my illness, and I'm taking this out of the book because I put it to myself, because it had actually become the most important part of who I perceived myself to be. How can I undo this identity? And how can I stay focused when I'm in excruciating pain from the illness to have the peace constantly and not just fleeting moments?
That's real.
Yes,
That's real.
yes. Now, the most important thing has already happened, which is you have become aware that up to now you had been identified with the idea of I am a sufferer of such and such an illness. So the illness had become thought forms in your head, and you had identified with these thought forms and took them to be who you are. And now the most important thing, your question is still valid, but realize that the most important thing has already happened, which is the awareness has arisen. So there's a space now between yourself and your thought processes and the image of yourself as a sick person. Now, another thing, of course, in addition you can do is, for example, no longer talk about your illness to other people except when you visit a doctor. Then otherwise, the more you talk about it to your friends, acquaintances, family members, the more you keep that process going.
Empower it. She empowers
Yes.
the disease.
That's right.
Yes.
So if you just can take the decision now that from now on, I'm not going to talk about it, and if people ask me about my illness, which they're going to do because they're perhaps used to you talking about it, you say, well, I'm doing all I can to find healing in this, and I'm making good progress. Go as far as that, and don't encourage people to ask you questions, and just say, that's how it is, no more mentioning my illness. So you begin on the external level, not to talk about it anymore, except when, of course, when you need to talk to doctors. And that will have also a certain influence on your thought processes. And then you can gradually also refrain from thinking of yourself as a sick person, and perhaps give less thought to your illness and focus attention more on well-being. Now you may ask, well, but if I don't feel good, if I feel it, how can I give attention to well-being? You can still do that. One way is to see well-being around you in nature, because nature is just an embodiment of well-being, a flower,
You have a lot of
a tree.
opportunity to do that in Maui.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're in the best place. And also there's well-being, even if certain parts of your body feel unwell or painful. And again, we are coming back to the sensing the inner body. There are always parts of your body where you can still find well-being, in your hands, your arms, wherever. Take some attention into the body and see where can I most strongly get a sense of well-being in the body. And then take your attention there. So you choose to direct attention to well-being rather than dwelling on the idea of illness.
That does not mean the pain's going to go away, because she said she has physical pain.
The pain may still be there, that's fine, but not as far as the pain is concerned. Pain, unfortunately, requires surrender. You need to see that the pain is there so that you do not generate an additional level of psychological pain which complains about being in physical pain. Because if the mind starts to complain about being in physical pain, you have two levels of pain. You have psychological pain and physical pain.
Got it.
Leave physical pain. With physical pain, you just, right now, this is how it is. It's there.
Don't resist it.
Don't resist it. Do what you can as far as treatment goes, of course, but don't resist it. Don't create psychological pain on top of the physical pain.
Are you following that, Victoria?
Got it. Yeah,
Got it.
excellent.
Got it. Makes sense to you?
You know, it really does. It does, yes.
Yeah.
And I do have a little garden in the back that I go out to a lot.
Yes, because there's well-being all around you, and you can almost, one could say, you absorb it from, if you can, they contemplate all these plants and the intense aliveness around you, contemplate that.
Well, email us in the weeks to come and let us
Yes.
know how this works for you, Victoria.
I will, Oprah.
Thank you so much. Victoria from
Thank
Maui.
you.